So most recently, which has now been 5 years ago, 5 years have passed. You know what I'm saying?
Of that verse?
Of the new verse. I got
No
a new
fucking
joint
way.
from you
Is that
for this
new?
new album, that Streams of Thought Volume 4, which is still unreleased, which is, I mean, in many ways, I feel like it's my opus. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's got the most features, the most elaborate beats, crazy samples. And, you know, part of that is the problem is trying to get all this stuff cleared. But yeah, your verse on that song and on that record is definitely coming out, and is and I think it's super powerful. And I think you know, that verse represents, you know, like part of your growth.
Right.
You know what I mean? It represents, like, it speaks to your mentorship, your activism, you know what I mean? Just like where you are now based on where you were earlier on in your career. You know, just talk about the similarities between Philly and Newark. Well, another one of the things that, you know, those two cities have in common is the crime,
Right.
and, you know, amongst, you know, the young people. I think about it all the time, man, and it's something that I've always going into the studio wanting to speak to, but it's also a delicate balance, because the second that somebody feels like they being preached to, then they shit shuts down.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, so you really, you know, for every jewel you drop, you almost gotta, like, you know, hit them with two joints that ain't necessarily a jewel, so that it keeps, it holds people's attention. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah, yeah. When did our paths first cross?
Well, I know my path started from the Roots album. Like, y'all was in my CD player. Y'all was part of my growth of dopeness and caliber of how I should be spitting, especially you, bro. Like, especially like songs like Desperado.